seems to be that there's some controversy about crit hit damage, maxing out as much crit chance on your build versus, say, multiplicative type damage. So what I decided to do was I found some pieces, put them together. They got the max weapon damage. Some don't have the max crit chance, but we get to about 60%, and then we get as much crit damage crit hit damage as we can out. So we're going to show you some differences using one weapon, which has the most damage in the game and the most crit hit damage. So there's not a whole lot of multiplicative on there, but we're still going to show you the difference between the gloves and the knee pads versus just getting as much crit hit chance and crit hit damage on your build as possible. And this way you will know what is actually best in slot for any new players who don't understand. So right here we have our DPS build, and you see all reds. We're going for as much crit chance and crit damage as possible. We have one piece of walker on, and that's going to give us 5% more for the rifle rather than the overlord knee pads. Will give us 10. We also have perfect glass cannon. We have the perfect vigilance. We have the coyote's mask. And you see, we're going to try to shoot close targets so we can get as much crit hit damage as possible. And you can go for the middle one or the farther away one, doesn't matter. We're just going to try to get the most. We have one piece of Grupo. Again, the Walker gloves, now it doesn't have as much crit chance. We're only missing 0.5. And if we go to the knee pads, it's also missing 0.5, but that's going to give us the extra crit hit damage. Now, if we go to our stats, we are currently sitting at 55 and 210. 55 and 210. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this off, the crit hit damage, and we're going to go for as much crit chance as possible. We also have the crit damage on here. So that way we have a perfect 60 and we have 205. So we're sitting at the most crit chance and we're sitting at the most crit damage that we can possibly get out of this build at the same time. Now you can also take the sight off and go for, say, whatever, but as you can see, we have it on heroic. You can see it right back there, and we have it on a named enemy. So we are going to see what we get for numbers. We're hitting at 3.7, so almost 3.8. We'll give it 3.8. Yeah, 3.8. We can get the boomerang of 4.4, but we're currently hitting about 3.8. So 3.8 million is what all the crit chance and crit damage will do. Now, we're going to go back out here so we can switch the pieces, and we're just going to go to the multiplicative version. Now, the multiplicative is using the Petrov gloves and the Overlord knee pads. So really, in the damage for it, we've gained 5% more because we have a piece of Overlord for the rifle rather than the Walker. But we're sitting at 54 and 185. So we've lost a lot of crit damage. We've lost a little bit of crit chance. So technically this should hit lower, but it doesn't. You can see we're hitting for almost 4.3. So we've gone from 3.8 to 4.3. Now the boomerang count will jump it up to about 5. Like 5 mil flat. So we're not going for that. We're just going for the other number. So we're hitting for 4.3 versus 3.8. We've gained almost, what is it? I think, was that 500,000 in damage for multiplicative? So again, on all your builds, whatever your builds may be, and I'll show you, just because of these two are best in slot, period. Same with Coyote's Mask, because you can get that extra crit hit damage out, but as for the other pieces, it's basically building around that. So if you make a build like I have all mine right here, having those gloves, having those knee pads in those spots for those pieces is going to give that crit hit damage that you have on your build even more damage because it's multiplicative. So putting those in those spots is honestly, they're best in slot, period. They are best in slot. I hope this helps y'all out for the new players, and for some of y'all players who still think that crit chance and crit damage is better, sorry, multiplicative is way better.
No. 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 No, 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 no. Hell no. 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 I refuse. No. No.